On the night of Rosh Hashanah, the women usually light candles. On Yom Tov or Rosh Hashanah, the minhag is to light 2 candles. On a Shabbos, very often women light more than 2 candles, including all of their children, sometimes their grandchildren. The bracha that you make on the night of Rosh Hashanah is Lahadlik Ner Shel Yom Tov. Right? Lahadlik Ner Shel Yom Tov. Then there's another bracha that is often said, which is really a kind of complicated. That's the bracha called Shehechiyonu, the bracha Azman, the bracha that we make because a time has come. It is now Rosh Hashanah. So the accepted minhag is to say Shehechiyonu. The woman says Shehechiyonu when she lights the candles in the evening. Now what happens in Kiddush? In Kiddush, as you know, let's say in a kind of standard family, the husband comes home to shul, he makes Kiddush, right, regularly. Women could also make Kiddush, but men make Kiddush. And when the man makes Kiddush, he says Shehechiyonu. So, if the woman has already said Kiddush, then there's a kind of a problem with her saying Amen, because that Amen becomes a barrier between the Kiddush and drinking the wine after the Kiddush. But there's a tshuva of Rav Moshe Feinstein, Orach Chaim Chelik Daled, Siman Kuf Aleph, that she can answer Amen even though she's made the bracha of Shehechiyonu. That's one way to solve the problem. Another way of solving the problem is that the women don't really have to say Shehechiyonu when they light candles. They could just say the bracha Lahadlik Ner Shel Yom Tov, and then biyotze the bracha of Shehechiyonu when they hear Kiddush. That would solve the problem of the hefsek, of the kind of barrier, and the fact that Amen might be unnecessary at that time. So I think that if it's not something that you feel is against a minhag that you have established in your own life, it's your mother's way, your grandmother's way, that if you make the bracha Lahadlik Ner Shel Yom Tov when lighting the candles, and then say Amen to the bracha of Shehechiyonu with Kiddush, that is probably preferred. Now, you should light candles at the beginning of Yom Tov, even though, in theory, you could light the candles later on, after Yom Tov has come. You could light the candles from a lit candle of one sort or another, the same way you do it on the second night. But since the candles represent the beginning of Yom Tov, you should try to light the candles at the beginning of Yom Tov. Unlike Shabbos, when there's a problem in making the brachas uva lasiyato. On Friday night, there's a problem of saying a bracha and then lighting the candles. Because by saying the bracha, you've sort of accepted Shabbos. Then you can't light the candles. So we do this trick. We light the candles, the woman covers her eyes, she makes the bracha, and then she uncovers her eyes as though, and now the candles are lit. But on Yom Tov, you don't have to do that. On Yom Tov, you can make the bracha, and then light the candles. So that lighting the candles on Yom Tov is a question of brachot. Before you light the candles, you say Lahadlik Ner Shel Yom Tov. After you light the candles, and then you say the bracha of Shehechiyonu. The bracha of Shehechiyonu can also be said at the time of Kiddush, during the meal, etc.